Assalamu alaikum. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness there is no God but Allah, who came to us in the persons of Master Farad Muhammad. And I bear witness that the most honorable Elijah Muhammad is indeed thine exalted Christ. And I furthermore indeed bear witness that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is our divine reminder, leader, teacher, and guide. I greet you all in the nation greeted words of peace. We say it in the Arabic language. Assalamu alaikum. All praises due to Allah. On behalf of Brother Albert Muhammad and the Let Us Make Man family, as always family, we thank you for taking your time to tune into our videos, read our posts, leave your comments, support our cause, our efforts in the plight of the black community. We can never thank you enough. As I continuously work on behalf and the plight of the black community, our nation, the nation of Islam, our people as a whole, I continuously thank you all who decide that you would sit for a few moments and just share with your little brother. I don't want to take too much time sincerely with this particular session. I just want to get straight to the point and literally give us an understanding of why we chose this session. Roland Martin, who are you? In light of the recent interview that was hosted by Roland Martin as he was interviewing Dr. Umar Johnson in regards to an interview that Dr. Umar Johnson done at during the Breakfast Club. Let me make this clear. We deal with actual facts and truth. So it's not a matter of who I support. I support what's truth, what is true and what is right for our people versus siding with individuals based on personality. You judge a tree by the fruit it bears. I watched the interview, the entire interview, and what caught my attention, two things. The way Roland Martin handled Dr. Umar Johnson and the way Dr. Umar Johnson responded to the way he was being handled. Now, I'm not making any assessment or any judgment, right? But I've seen Roland Martin in various interviews on a number of different occasions with various different people. But I've never seen him with the disposition that he had in dealing with Dr. Umar Johnson. Now, as far as Dr. Umar Johnson is concerned, we all have our challenges that we have to deal with. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad told the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, through you, brother, meaning Farrakhan, I will get all of my people. So we're not in the business of throwing away none of our people. That's just not what we do. The ultimate goal of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, to my knowledge, is to create saviors that can go out and save our people. So as long as we continue to play the fault-finding game, the mind game, the word terminology game, the psychology games that we play in the light of the troubling times that our people are going through. While Roland Martin and his congregation choose to play these kinds of mind games, is beyond my comprehensive of understanding. Now, I know that there are members that's in the Nation of Islam that will come at me and say, brother, Roland Martin met with the minister and Dr. Umar Johnson he badmouthed the Nation of Islam, or he badmouthed the minister. What child of God, what messenger of God that we know of did not go through some sort of trial in going and dealing with our people? We can agree to disagree. But as the messenger told the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, through him, he will get all our people. So even if Dr. Umar Johnson disagrees with the Nation of Islam, disagrees with the minister, he's in his right to do so. But that doesn't mean the minister doesn't love him. That doesn't mean that the mission of the minister will stop at the doorstep of Dr. Umar Johnson. Right? Just because Roland Martin had the opportunity to interview the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And I find this very interesting because think about, according to history, the people that met with the prophets or the messengers of the old, meaning those who might have met with Jesus, those who might have met with Prophet Muhammad, those who might have met with Noah, Abraham, Lot, and so on and so on. In their meeting with these men, they became renewed, revived men. So when you meet with a man like Farrakhan, I just find it very strange that there's no sort of no change in your personality. See? So then you have to begin to question, what's the motive? What's the intentions? If you meet with a man of God, at some point you should be inspired to uplift your people. Doing this interview with Umar Johnson, the whole goal of the interview, from my understanding, is to discredit the man. To say that the man is a fraud, a hypocrite, a liar. Maybe he is. Who am I, once again, to make such assessment or judgment? I don't have those powers. Because just as you sat and worked on discrediting Dr. Umar Johnson in terms of his degrees, his education, his goal, whatever his mission is, the monies that he received for the schools that he want, or the school that he wanted to put up, why don't we question people like Hillary Clinton? Why don't we question the government or the city or some of the people that you associate with who rob our people blind? See why you shuffling and jiving and buck dancing with Hillary Clinton, right? Black people are being slaughtered throughout America. Right? Let me ask you on a scale 1 to 10. Would you rather have seen the interview, or Roland Martin interview Dr. Umar Johnson based on his credibility, or Roland Martin interviewing Geronimo Faz, the officer that shot and killed Philando Castilian, that received $458,500? Which one would you rather see Roland Martin interview and hold him accountable for the assassination of Philando Castilian, rather than interviewing Dr. Umar Johnson to discredit his credibility, whatever credibility that he has among the people? See, when God giveth, God taketh. To whom God giveth, no man can take. And to whom God taketh from, no man can give. So Umar Johnson has to deal with his God. But we as a people waste valuable time and resources that we can utilize to uplift our people and provide a wall of protection for our people. Roland Sebastian Martin, born in 1968, right? He's a commentary, once employed with CNN, right? Striving to be a political commentary up front. See? How is that going to benefit our people? When are these people are going to use their resources and their connect to benefit our people in the triumphant times and troublesome times that we are going through? Our young sister Bianca in West Pennsylvania, on her way home, shot in the head doing a road rage by a deranged cracker. These are the stories of the subjects that we believe our commentaries like Roland Martin should be utilized, or should be addressing and utilizing his connection that he had with BET, quote unquote, Black Entertainment Television. 34 years old. BET started out as an independent organization for black people in the entertainment and television business. It is no longer that anymore. And if Roland Martin decided to start really pushing black issues, black problems, his time will be limited on BET. Because BET is not ran or owned by black people anymore. See? In watching the interview with Dr. Umar Johnson, Roland Martin, and the individuals that he had on the program, you can see the level of hate in black people. And see, white people love this. They look at this and they study this. And they realize that they don't have to literally waste time in trying to destroy us, because we will do it ourselves. See? I could never understand how in 2017 that our so-called elite are not utilizing their resources, even if it's at the stake of losing it, but utilizing it for the betterment of our people. Getting the message across, the pain and the struggles that our people are enduring. But we rather discredit Dr. Umar Johnson. I don't know Dr. Umar Johnson at all, personally. Again, I've listened to the brother a couple of times, and that's about it for me. My mission is to stay on the path of Almighty God Allah, who came to us in the persons of Master Fard Muhammad, and his Messiah, our Messiah, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, and his student, his national representative, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And Farrakhan is striving to make saviors among us. So when we go out, our goal is to provide our people with the most accurate information possible in light of bringing our people out of the dark into the light of the reality of what we're dealing with. See? But as long as they can utilize members in our community, especially when they get on platforms, Kamar Salim, yes sir, when they get on those sorts of platforms, see, the arrogance start to come. The cockiness start to come. And as Roland Martin was looking at Dr. Umar Johnson, as if he really had a problem with that brother. And maybe he do, I don't know. But this is what hinders our growth and development as a people. Roland Martin has a large audience that follows him. And many of that audience believe in him. So how much of help could he be to our people when he's putting out the information that is needed that our people can obtain to get themselves out of this ratchet condition that we are in? See? Hillary Rodham Clinton didn't care nothing about Roland Martin, as he was trying to teach her how to step. Good God Almighty. But look at your own brother, Dr. Umar Johnson, as if you want to take that man's head off. If Dr. Umar Johnson, just believe in your God, man. Because if Dr. Umar Johnson intentions is not right in the eyes of God, he's not going to succeed. It's just not going to happen. There's no need for us to sit here and argue about it. If you have given to Dr. Umar Johnson in hopes that he would become successful in building the school, then let your God give you your blessings or barakats. See? If Dr. Umar Johnson intentions is other than what he say, that is on him and his God. But know for a surety, he will not succeed in misleading and misguiding our youth. Because our youth are a totally different breed of young men and women today. Many of them will tell you at the age of 10 and 11, they ain't trying to hear you if they don't feel you. And if you spend time among the youth, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. They're not as easy to be persuaded. They believe in actions. They judge you by your merits and your deeds. So you don't have to worry whether or not Umar Johnson is going to mislead or misguide our youth if he was successful with gaining this school that he talks so much about. See? Many of us fail to realize why we are not successful. If your heart is not pure and your intentions is not right, you will not succeed. That's natural. But if you have the heart of purity and your intentions is good, then whatever God that you bear witness to will walk with you and you will succeed. Farrakhan is living proof. Not because I'm a member of the Nation of Islam, but I'm basing it on the man's work. When he began to rebuild the Nation of Islam in the 80s, with little to nothing at all, 2 to 3 brothers. And they went out traveling, burning up engines throughout America, going through the colleges and universities, raising up the name of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And as he continued to work and he stayed on the path of the God that he bore witness to, he began to become successful. And look at the Nation of Islam now has been rebuilt to never fall again. So I asked Roland Martin, who are you, brother? What's your real motives, man? Come on. These crackers don't love you, brother. They're going to treat you worse than OJ. They're going to treat you worse than Michael Jackson. And all those who had at some point in their lives, as they were climbing the ladder of success, believed that these crackers had some sort of love for them. They place you right where you at, brother, so you can do exactly what you're doing. What did you gain out of interviewing Dr. Umar Johnson about his credibility or his interview on The Breakfast Club? The Breakfast Club is a very interesting piece of work, in my view. See? But Allah finds ways to even use that resource to get the word out to our people. So when you seen Minister Farrakhan, student minister Ishmael Muhammad, student minister Dr. Wesley Muhammad on The Breakfast Club, they was doing the work of the God, man. Utilizing the resource to get the word of God and the mission across to our people on a larger scale, those who are entertained and on that level. They didn't go on The Breakfast Club bashing no one. You understand the difference? Roland Martin, you are very bright and an intelligent black man, well educated. Allah will use you, brother. No doubt about it. We all are struggling for balance, striving to find our place in this wicked society that this Caucasian put in motion. See? So I just wanted to address this briefly. Because at some point, family, we got to really think about those that are entertaining us and their motives and their mission. I honestly didn't see anything of good at all in that interview. All I saw was 3 people trying to literally gang up on one individual to discredit the man before the world. If your brother is wrong, what is wrong with us pulling each other's coat? But quite naturally, Dr. Umar Johnson is just as intelligent. So he's going to seize the opportunity and use that resource or that connection to clear his name or any dissatisfaction those who believe in him have. So it was an opportunity for him. I'm showing you how the minds of our people are being played with. While we're going through some troublesome times. Our men, women, and children are being gunned down. Not only by the police, but by people that look just like you and I in our communities. Where's the town hall meetings that we once had, that we need to continue having, excluding white people, right? Excluding white people. See, some of you love white people, so you love white people more than white people love white people. Huh? Some of us, not all. It's not about racism, man, because we're dealing with more reverse racism than the racism towards white people. We hate each other more so. And we show it in our acts and our deeds. Right? Over $400 billion Black America spent on Christmas in 2016. Think about it. That kind of money, right? If utilized properly, We can build our own society within a society overnight. But as long as we have these tokens going at each other, setting each other up, going live on the internet, national TV, and discrediting each other, it's going to always prevent us from moving forward. And Kamal Salim, you're absolutely right, brother. He loves the devil because the devil gives him nothing. That's why many of us love white people, or many of you. They give you nothing. But you like having nothing. You like being seen among men. See? Look at the picture on our page that we posted with Roland Martin and Dr. Umar Johnson. Look at how Roland Martin was looking at that brother. Looking at that brother with hate and disdain. Even if you disagree with Dr. Umar Johnson, let the God that he has to deal with him. Why do we have to cast each other out? Because we disagree. See? Why do we have to scorn and ridicule each other? Because we disagree. Huh? Some may ask the question, Brother Albert, are you backing Dr. Umar Johnson? Sounds like you supporting Dr. Umar Johnson. What if I was? What is it to you? Really? But to clear your head up, for those who think like that, I'm backing Almighty God Allah, who came in the persons of Master Fard Muhammad, his messenger, our Messiah, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, his student, his national representative, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I'm backing those teachings, those words that was given to me. We're taught to speak the truth regardless to the circumstance. That means if half of the viewers or the supporters of Brother Albert Muhammad and Let Us Make Man disappear tonight, I'm still going to do what I do. Because I'm not doing this to be seen among men. I'm doing it to be seen in the eyes of Almighty God Allah, man. See? I don't dislike neither one of our brothers. But my level or weight of like has no bearing on them brothers, period. See? So I don't waste my energy with those types of thought processes. See? I use my energy to take these teachings to the streets. You'll find me in Akron, Cleveland, Jersey, New York, Philly, anywhere the Nation of Islam is, and I'm there. You'll find me propagating the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, as is taught today by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. You can take it or let it alone. It's just that simple. This is not about casting rocks or judging anybody. It's not what we're doing. We got way too many issues and problems, man, to continue this madness. BET sold itself down the drain years ago. That's not about black entertainment no more. The crackers run BET, just like the NAACP. They run those organizations. They dictate to those organizations what they want. Now they chasing our brother Jay-Z. The Jews is after Jay-Z. Where are we? Are we going to back Jay-Z, or are we going to slander Jay-Z? See, it's hard for a black man when you got some sort of influence and resources, because them crackers put a chain on you, brother. See? So my point is, we got way more to deal with. than to continue to bash one another and use social media or television to slander and scorn one another. Dr. Umar Johnson is going to be who he is. I don't know Dr. Umar Johnson. I would say what I'm saying in the brother's face, but I'm not going to sit there and argue with him. It's not what I do. I'm a soldier, man. I'm not wasting my time with that kind of stuff. I'm on a mission. I'm a poor righteous teacher. 5%. I'm a part of that 5%, man, that belong to the Nation of Islam. It's what we do. It would be hypocritical of us to constantly beat up white people as we do and let black folks get away with the madness that they get away with, which only derail our efforts in trying to unite our people and bring our people together under one umbrella. That is freedom, justice, and equality. Freedom, justice, and equality. Jesus taught freedom, justice, and equality. Only 5% of the people followed the prophet and the messengers. They were called the poor righteous teachers, or known as the poor righteous teachers. The 5% that followed the messengers and the prophets. There's only 5% of the people that is following Farrakhan today. They are the poor righteous teachers, who's all wise and civilized. You feel me? They teach that God is the Son of Man. Not sitting here badgering each other, scorning each other, ridiculing each other, trying to see who's more intelligent than the next one. So Roland Martin, again, who are you, brother? Did you see how happy he was when he interviewed Hillary Clinton? Why wasn't you that happy when you interviewed Dr. Umar Johnson? The individual that was debating with Umar Johnson called Umar Johnson a liar. Go watch the interview. Roland Martin heard it but didn't say nothing. But the minute Umar Johnson responded and called him a coon, that's when Roland Martin wanted to exert his authority. Hold up. I'm going to say this right now. There won't be this or that. Why you do us like that? Not that you was wrong, brother. But if you was going to establish rules and regulations, you would have did that before the interview took place. So there would be no name calling or bashing during the interview. Everyone would have stayed on a professional level. But obviously there was no professionalism available during that meeting. God wasn't on the scene. How do you have a meeting and take God out of the equation? Who is God? Who is God? He is the original man, the Asiatic black man, the maker, the owner, the cream of the planet Earth, God of the universe. Once you are able to accept that reality and let it soak in, this is why the 82nd Psalm of David asks the question or makes the statement, ye are gods, children of the Most High God. We got to start functioning and thinking like God. God has positive thoughts. No negativity about God and the thinking of God. But when you take God out of the equation, all you have is self-destruction, turmoil, chaos, and confusion. That is what you had during that meeting. Because there was other motives. It wasn't the kind of meeting that if you wanted to correct the brother, that you would have took it and done it in the proper manner or the proper fashion. Think about what I'm saying, family. One day I'm not going to be able to log up to this Facebook feed, because eventually when you start stepping on toes and people start acknowledging you, that's when those that control their environment do what they have to do to stunt your growth. Assalamu alaikum, Sister Tina Williams. Strong sister who's always, and I thank you so much, dear sis, for your continuous support. I want to make that clear. Thank you, sis, for your continuous support. This sister has always been on the feed, supporting her little brother. But we have some serious issues. And this is nothing new. Before I close, this is nothing new. This has been going on since the annual times that we got here. There are too many of our people with the sole purpose of keeping us down. There's too many of our people with the sole purpose of keeping us down. Think about what I'm saying, family. Some of us are in the way. Like, they'll go to the mosque or go to the church or come to your meetings, things like that. They don't have no real good intentions. They're only there to obtain information and ridicule and slander the believers or the supporters or those of us who are really trying to make a difference. There's so many black groups and organizations throughout America that is in the field. There's plenty brothers and sisters all across America that is not a part of the Nation of Islam, but they are out there. They're working night and day to make a difference. So don't sit here and ever tell us that we're not involved. There are many brothers and sisters who spend countless hours and times and their monies trying to make a difference. But when we have people like Roland Martin and them commentaries who work for CNN or have affiliation with those types of organizations, they know that they are in the back room with these people, smoke-filled rooms, and they're giving their instructions that they need in order to keep us blindsided and fighting against each other, doing their duty. Yes, indeed, Kamal Salim. Doing their duty. And Kamal Salim, I pray Allah that I'm saying your name right. I apologize if I'm not saying your name right, but I thank you so much for your support as well, family, in regards to this particular feed. And I thank you. I thank you for your support. So with that being said, we have to really check ourselves and those that come in before us. Just because they build them a name over the years doesn't mean they have our best interests at heart. Just because they sat down with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan or interviewed the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan doesn't mean they have our best interests at heart. Don't be fooled. Can the devil fool a Muslim? No, not nowadays. You mean to say that he was able to fool him 379 years ago? Yes, sir. A trader made interpretations that they would receive more gold for their labor, which was more than they were earning in their own country. Did they receive this gold? No. The trader disappeared, and there were no one to speak their language. Did you hear what I just said? There's no one available outside of Minister Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam that's able to speak the language of our people. That's the language of freedom, justice, and equality, self-independence, self-reliance, and self-endurance. See? Study your lessons. Study your lesson. If you are truly an endowed, studious individual, study your lessons, that we can help each other and not destroy each other based on our disagreements. That's what I'm talking about. This is not about bashing Roland Martin or anything like that. And for those who want to say to me, oh, brother, you know, he going against the grain because Roland met with the minister, da-da-da. Let me tell you something. And I'm going to close this session. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said this, and he made it plain during Savior's Day. There were many of his so-called friends that disagree with his disposition about Hillary Clinton, and they voiced their disagreement. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said, I know I have lost some friends behind what I'm saying in regards, especially in regards to Hillary Clinton. But the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan made it clear, those are friends I don't need. So be careful when you come at your little brother and try to say things to me like, oh, Roland met with the minister, or the minister was on the Breakfast Club and all this other stuff. Be careful with that kind of language. You follow what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you put your own foot in the bear trap. You put your own foot in the bear trap. We're in a major fight for survival as a people. And many of our people will not survive. Many of our people will not make it in this fight. There's going to be some major casualties that's on our way. And you've been warned. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has warned you. And you can't say he hadn't. So you can turn around and holler, where's the Nation of Islam? But you have been warned. And you have been given the opportunity to join on to your own kind. It is your refusal. And it's your selfishness and disagreements that won't allow you to connect. So you will be left to deal with this cracker and his arsenal that he has waiting for us. And all of those of us who disagree. I want to thank you all again, family, for taking a few moments to hear your little brother out in regards to this particular session. Roland Martin, who are you? Come on, man. You could do better than that. Or is that the best you have? There's too much killing going on, and I haven't heard nothing from Roland Martin putting anything together in regards to addressing these issues with police brutality and the killings of our people. And all those Negroes that met with President Trump when he was running for the office. How they promoted President Trump vigorously. Now they quiet as a church mouse. As Officer Geronimo Yans, that is his last name, Geronimo Yans, walked away with $458,500 and 600 hours of unpaid leave time for the killing of Philando Castile. And I haven't heard nothing from Roland Martin or any of these Negroes or black people to that effect who profess to be commentaries and spokespersons for us. Let the truth be told. I'm not holding no punches. I'm not no coward. I'm not no punk. If I'm wrong, I will be corrected by God first and those who I adhere to. But as long as I stay on the path that Almighty God Allah put us on, I'll be all right. Thank you for listening. May Allah continue to bless you and your family. I leave as I came in the nation, greeting words of peace and paradise. Assalamu alaikum, people.